Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Happy Sunday. My favorite, my friend, our favorite, not just my favorite, our favorite, Campfire's in the house. Woo! Hey, Cam, how are you?
Oh, well, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm really hyped up for this reading,
Me too.
actually. I know you are.
JLo has
Because you've
been
been covering
everywhere.
it.
Yeah. I just was talking about JLo this week. Oh, poor JLo. I feel for her though.
Do you? I don't.
I'm team JLo, as you can tell from my my little getup, my little setup here. She's all throughout. She's posted all over the studio.
I'm Team Ben.
Oh,
Ben.
but wouldn't that technically be team JLo because they're married?
For how long?
Okay.
Mind you, okay, speaking of camp, we did a walk of fame 2 years ago. I've linked it down below in the description box for anyone who wants to go back after this live and just watch that reading. Now, remember I said, and this is something that I've been feeling and I wanted to share it today, that they're not going to last. And I hope people are not surprised by that. Are you?
I'm not
Are
surprised
you?
by it because I remember you saying that. I'm actually surprised that they are still going strong. And I am team love and I am rooting for their love.
I'm with you, or you're rooting for her love because I don't know if Ben is that into her. Just saying, we'll ask the cards as well.
Oh,
Saying.
okay.
Yeah, but just a little prediction I'm going to throw out there before we start, and before I just want to share a couple of things with everyone before we start the reading. My prediction is, and I've been feeling this a lot in the last few months, is that you guys don't be shocked or surprised if we have a divorce announcement in 2025
From Bennifer.
from Bennifer 2.0. Bennifer 2.0 is not.
I mean, if you watch their documentary, they are very much in love. I see them going the long haul.
All right, we'll see. We'll see. I haven't watched the documentary. I haven't. I watched snippets and I've watched clips, but we'll see. You're very optimistic. I love that.
I don't know if I believe myself. Sorry. Sorry, JLo.
Sorry,
I
JLo.
want it to work out for her. Like I want, because she's been through it. She's married how many different times? This is her second time around with Ben Affleck. We get to see him in the documentary. He seems very happy. They open up about why they broke up originally. We can ask the cards if that's really the truth, but I think a lot of us suspected why they broke up that first time around.
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously he's not the same Ben as he was back then.
Yeah.
Obviously he's worked on himself. He's sober now. I don't know. Or, well, let's assume that he is. He's. I don't know. Is he still sober? Is he drinking? I don't know. But he seems like he cleaned up.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully.
Hopefully.
We hope we'll see what the cards say.
Maybe that's why he's miserable. He doesn't have alcohol to kind of lead.
Oh.
When Jennifer is being such a Leo with she's a Leo with a Scorpio moon.
Oh yes, because I remember that from our past reading in regards to them. So that's probably part of the reason why she's had so many tumultuous relationships.
Yeah, and that's why she's so intense in her relationships. Very intense.
And if you watch the documentary, you see that intensity. Like she really is like fall. Normally, you see Jennifer Lopez as very put together. At least that's the image she's given us over the decades. But in this documentary, she really pulls back the curtain, I think, because I'm not sure if I necessarily 100% believe her pulling back this curtain in the documentary, because she's also an actress. She also has watched many other documentaries. She also references Prince and what he did with the Purple Rain movie. That was her motivation for the movie that she did. How dare you? How dare you, Jennifer Lopez, try to compare yourself to Prince? She wasn't comparing herself, but that's what she aimed to do with this new project. So she did a new album. This Is Me Now. And it's a celebration of the project she did back when with This Is Me Then. and then she did a musical movie thing to collaborate with this project, and then she did the documentary. Okay. So
Mhm.
I'm not sure if I 100% believe everything she said in the documentary. I think normally if I had watched it before everything that has been playing out over the last few weeks, I probably would have said like, "Oh, look at JLo really, expressing herself." But the documentary, I'm looking at it with like, is she really expressing herself, or is this another role?
It seemed curated, and a lot of people came out and said that actually some of the scenes there that seemed to be very organic and very
Mhm.
sort of authentic,
Yeah.
that they had to take like 13, 14 shots to get the right, the right shot for it.
Yeah.
So
I
I
mean,
don't
that's
know.
very much like reality television too. Reality television, I like, sometimes they
Yeah,
do scenes over again. I
that's a
liked
good.
the documentary though, but I like a music documentary. I like seeing this side of her because I know she's done a documentary before, but I liked seeing her in this realm. I like seeing her interact with Ben. We also get to see her team. Some of her team have been with her since the very beginning of her career, which says a lot.
Mm,
Says a lot. You
mm,
have the same
mm.
people still around you.
And I assume they're not Virgos, right? 'Cause she doesn't like Virgos.
Oh,
Remember,
that's one of
she
my questions. I need to get to the bottom of why she doesn't like Virgos. I mean, I have my reasons, but I want to know hers. Sorry, Virgos. I'm
we'll,
kidding.
we'll find out. But before we start, everyone, we've got 88 in the room. Please like and subscribe this video, you guys. If you're new here, please subscribe to the channel. You won't regret it. Obviously, we have amazing guests like Kempire coming on whenever he's got time. We also have a lot of content, different types of content. We talk about astrology, we talk about spiritualism, we talk about pop culture, reality TV, celebrities, you name it. So it is really worth for you guys to subscribe to this channel. And of course, if you don't want to subscribe, well, at least just give us a like and a thumbs up because it does help the channel. Also, before we start, a quick announcement. My beginner psychic development courses do start on May 34th. 4th?
Fourth. Oh,
May 31st. I just
we added
what a
4 days
long
to
month.
May. I'm okay with it. It's my birthday month.
True, exactly. A birthday month of camp. And it's a 3-week course. We meet every Friday for 2 hours for 3 weeks. It is going to change your life, you guys. So it is worth for you signing up. The price is very, very, very low. It is at 105 euros, so about $115 per person. That's very low price. Yeah, it is because I want to give people the chance and the ability to sign up because this is going to transform your life. Just connecting to your intuition, learning how to use your intuition is going to empower you. It's going to enlighten you. It's going to help you moving forward. And then, of course, I'm going to add other types of courses for intermediate level courses, tarot, you name it, numerology. I'm also going to start collaborating with others who are going to come in and help with these courses, like astrologers, you name it. So this is my first kind of like, psyche development course. So we'll see how that goes, the format, everything. And then just the world is our oyster, you guys. So it is really worth you signing up. Also, if you can't make the courses when they're on, the recorded video will be available afterwards. So don't stress. If something comes up at work or there's something, just generally, don't worry. You still have access to the courses. Everything is linked down below in the description box. Generally, whatever you need to know is down below in the description box, everyone. That's it. And I think we're ready to start because there's a lot. Quick question before we start, Cam. So, do you think that this whole, because right now on TikTok, especially, JLo seems to be getting canceled in a sense. Like everyone's after her, everyone's really shading JLo. And then there's the whole Diddy stuff. What do you think is happening here? Do you think, because I don't understand why all of a sudden everyone's sort of, piling on Jennifer Lopez, JLo. There's this whole situation going on because that pretty much started happening before Diddy's lists
Yeah.
and before all that. So what do you think is happening there? Do you think it's a coincidence?
I don't know. I don't know if I necessarily even believe in coincidences. I mean, people have said things. There have been moments in JLo's career, and even in this documentary, she makes it clear like people have been critical of her throughout her entire career. I don't know if
Mm,
it's the elevation of social media now, so it just feels that way. So when certain things go viral, or when certain platforms make certain stories, they push out certain stories more than others. So it could be a combination of that, or
mm,
people finally coming to understand, like, wait a minute, there was this. Is JLo an industry plant? I mean, that is also a conversation happening right now. And now I'm thinking to myself, is she? Because there's just certain things, especially when it comes to her
mm.
music career, which a lot of people are very critical of now, because there have been stories. Yes, now TikTok is a huge platform. So people are bringing their stories there, which is probably also, again, elevating some of this, narrative of JLo's cancellation. I don't think JLo's canceled, but the stories that, oh, JLo isn't so nice, or JLo is this, or JLo can't sing. I think now it's because of platforms like TikTok that it's now been elevated. So it feels
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, people don't like JLo. Just as much as people don't like JLo, there are just as much people that love and are diehard JLo fans. They're just not going to spend the money to go to her recent concert that she announced. But some of that might be because JLo overpriced those tickets.
Ooh.
So that might be part of the reason why her recent tour isn't doing as well as people thought that it would be. But I think she wanted to make up for the money that she spent for this documentary and musical. She wanted to have a Beyonce Lemonade moment. She wanted to have a
Yeah.
Prince, Purple
Mhm,
Rain moment, and it just didn't translate that way. I think JLo is very talented. Let me preface this reading before we even get into it. I think she is
mhm.
immensely talented. She's not a great singer, period. We're not going to argue that.
I agree.
In
I
case you are
agree.
a JLo vocal stan, I'm not going to argue that. She is not a songstress, but there are a lot of people in the music industry that aren't songstresses but have huge careers. But she works her butt off. She's a talented performer. She's very entertaining to watch. She can dance. She's beautiful. And she's not a
Yeah.
bad actress. Is she a great actress? Not in everything. Not in everything. But I loved her in Selena. I loved her in that, what
Yeah.
was that other movie? Where the strippers, I can't remember the name. But
Oh,
but she was good in it. She was good at, so I think I liked her in Enough. I liked her in that movie as
yeah,
well.
I agree.
I think
Mhm.
she's talented. However, the music career, I'm interested to see what the cards say in regards to her music career and how that really started.
Yeah, that's interesting because that's where it all starts. Because if we find out, if we know how it all started, then things will start making more sense to us.
Yeah.
Also, her relationships to me,
Oh.
aside Diddy, just take Diddy aside,
Mhm.
that relationship, which was already odd because you guys, you don't need to be a psychic to see there's no chemistry. There was no chemistry there. There was just, it just, I don't know, there was something off.
Wait, you didn't think there was chemistry between her and Diddy?
No. Did you?
I did. I thought that there was major chemistry between her and Diddy.
I don't know, I never saw it. I didn't see, maybe it was there and I didn't wanna see it, or I don't know, I just didn't see it. Like, it seemed that well, Diddy wasn't into her. I think this is
What
where
are
I
you
was
trying
picking up.
to say?
I think that's what I was picking up, that he wasn't
Oh,
really that he had like a, arm candy, or he was just well, let's find out. Let's find
okay.
out. Let's start from the beginning. With
Lady Rivera said that Milli Vanilli 2.0. Come on now. Well, the difference between JLo and Milli Vanilli was the fact that JLo did sing some of her stuff.
No, she did, didn't she? She did. Come
Yeah.
on. I know some of, at least it's some of her stuff, not
Yeah, some of her stuff.
none of her stuff.
And those stuff people, I mean, there's also videos of JLo singing that people are like, "Ooh."
I know. I know. I know. But hey, listen, I agree though that she's multi-talented. The fact that she can dance, that's how she started off as a backup dancer. Like the fact that she can dance, act, and sing. Okay, she's not perfect, but she can do more than I can do, for instance. So
Someone said, yes, lightly over other vocals in regards to her.
I go.
Lightly over other vocals. where her vocals are turned down and the
Oh, you
background
guys.
vocals are turned up. That was a recent story that we did as well. Natasha Ramos, who did the vocals for Jenny on the Block, allegedly. I'll just say allegedly. But apparently she did the vocals on that. I mean, I have questions in regards to that because she had some other damning allegations against one of JLo's collaborators too.
I heard.
I
I
have lots of
heard.
questions.
All right, so let's start with question number 1. Okay, let's
Okay.
go. What was the question again? So,
How? Because I want to know how her music career really started. Because I will say, no, I'll just say that. How did her music career start, really?
Okay. Yeah, let's leave it open-ended and see what comes through.
Yeah, because I have, there are rumors.
And most of the time, I'm going to say rumors end up being true.
Look at Diddy.
Look at Diddy. Exactly. Death. King of Wands. So there was a guy. All right, let me see. Page of Cups. So very ambitious since she was young. All right. So this is the Page of Cups. I don't remember how old she was when she started dancing, and she kind of like came into this world, but comes up, she was young. Like she was young and moldable, like very, very naive. All right. So that's her death. But something changed as soon as, because I see a man who played a very, very important key role in her life back then at the beginning. We're talking, oh, you know who I'm talking about, right?
I think.
A senior. Well, he comes up as a fire sign. He comes up as someone very authoritative as well. Someone who's very strong, knows what he wants, knows how to get what he wants. Death. But here's the thing. It seems to me that she had different dreams or different ambitions at the very, very, very beginning of her career. Very different. But this guy changed it all for her because that's the death. He said, no, that's not the path you should take. Follow me. Listen to me. I'll help you get into the industry and I'll make you a star. Temperance. Fire and water. Fire and water here. So the temperance is sort of like go with the flow and allow for things to happen at the time that they're meant to happen. Let me pull one more card really quickly. I can tell from your face that this is, something juicy, or whoever it is that you're thinking.
I have some thoughts on who this man possibly could be. I have 2 different people that I think, but I'll tell you who I think first.
Or I pulled the Chariot. So I'm seeing it on a spiritual level, on a contract level. JLo had 2 options with this guy. When he said, listen, your dreams, those are not your dreams. I'll show you. I'll make you a star. I'll help you. I'll get you in. All right. Her dreams were slightly different. And she had an option. She had an option. She could either go with this guy and become JLo, Jenny from the Block, or she could have taken a very different direction. Let me also just show black horse, white horse. She took the black horse path, the dark path. But do you want to share with us who you were thinking before I go on?
So the reason why I asked this question, because, some people speculate on social media that, do you ever recall or even see video footage of the early years when JLo was young of her singing? And I was like, I don't recall seeing any. You definitely saw footage of her dancing. She's always been an ambitious person when it comes to her dancing. That's how we got to know her. She was a fly girl on In Living Color. She went on to tour with people like Janet Jackson. So we never knew of her being a singer. Okay. Even in the Selena movie, she wasn't singing. That was Selena's voice. Okay. So I think, because there are rumors, and this is part of the reason why Mariah Carey does not like Jennifer Lopez, because Mariah Carey's ex-husband, who allegedly kept her under lock and key in that mansion, and then she had to do the album Butterfly. People think that Tommy Mottola is the one that tried to launch Jennifer Lopez's career in order to ruin Mariah. But we remember Mariah is a singer. Mariah is a songwriter. and it didn't work. But this is part of the reason why people think that Mariah has never, ever seen it for Jennifer Lopez. I need to know, is this man Tommy Mottola?
Before I answer that question, let me just say, everyone knows, everyone follows the channel. You definitely know this, Kemp. I work for Sony Music. So
Yes.
I know so I work for Sony Music, and Tommy was our
Boss.
head, okay, our CEO. I can tell you everything that you hear about him bad, it's friggin' true, and it's even the light watered down version. This guy allegedly, okay, I don't want to get in trouble, but allegedly, very cutthroat, mistreated women, mistreated employees, female employees, and he was very, very threatening, allegedly. Right?
Michael Jackson hated him.
So,
Remember Michael Jackson? I think Michael Jackson called him the devil.
Yeah, yep. This guy and the way he spoke, like he every second word was a cuss word. He was just very aggressive, very, very entitled, very hard on the talent, very, very hard. And oh my God, he would spend a lot of money on his legal team. Sony Music has an in-house legal team. They have an in-house and an external legal team, but the legal team was like they had 3 or 4 people in-house because of the type of contracts that they would draw for new talent. Very hard to get out of these contracts. Very hard. Like if you breach a contract, you're in, there goes your career, there goes your bank account, there goes everything. Yeah. You're stuck. You're stuck. And it has to do also with the licensing of the songs, because Sony says, okay, you're an artist, you know, you have, let's say it's a 2-year contract. So within those 2 years, you have to come out with 2 or 3 albums, depends on the artist. And not only that, but if you leave or if there is a breach of this contract, we have rights, the copyrights, everything is owned by Sony, which is the issue that, if you remember that George Michael, what was it? George Michael, it was George Michael. Yeah.
George Michael, maybe George Michael too, but I know Michael.
George Michael and Michael Jackson, both of them. Yeah. Yeah. It was George Michael too, because I remember he was at Sony, and back when before he passed, it was his family who were they were in a legal battle with Sony Music. But anyway, so I just needed to just share what I know about him. So I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. So the question was, is it him? Okay,
yeah.
Okay, let me ask really quickly. Whoa. Why did this one want to fly out? Page of Swords.
We love a jumper.
No, I just picked up it. Ooh, this one. Wait. Those were jumpers. Okay, I didn't even ask the question. Page of Swords, and then the High Priestess. Let me just pull the cards really quickly. Was it Tommy, or was it someone else? My feeling, like just by looking at the card that I pull, it was. And I'll explain why it was. Well, there you go. 7 of Pentacles is the work card. So working together, work, her boss. 5 of Pentacles as well. This is the type of contract or the type of deal regarding money and the finances. So he had power over money and he had control, let's just say, over her contracts and her income through work. Page of Swords. Who's this? Who's this? I feel this could be I'm hearing this was JLo, but this was her card when she was back then, when she was really, really young. Page of Swords, someone very ambitious, but also very naive, and I feel very, very sort of easy to manipulate back then. She was.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, unfortunately, it is, Tommy.
Mariah is vindicated.
Mariah is vindicated, and she should know because she was married to that a-hole. Sorry.
my other question would be to follow. I think a lot of people assume this is that Time and Mottola wanted to sabotage Mariah. Can we ask the cards if that is true? By using JLo.
Let's see. I mean, that's his type though. That's what he did. Hold on.
I'm surprised that he's still married to Talia.
Same.
Thalia, the singer.
I'm surprised because the stuff that we heard and the stuff that he did. Anyways. Okay. Hold on. 8 of Cups. She was over it. Mariah is over it and was over it. Now the question was whether it was
to sabotage Mariah, because remember Mariah was married to Tommy and she left Tommy.
This one is I feel a yes and a no, to be honest. Tower. And 5 of Cups. Tower. It's not exactly, so why did I say yes and no? Because I don't, yes, on one hand it was to sabotage her, but on the other hand, it feels to me that there was something else why she was brought on. And I don't feel JLo was the only one. If we go back historically and we look at when all this started, see which artists he was working with and he was kind of like promoting, I feel there was a bigger plan. There was something here. He had some kind of plan, I feel. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, no. Don't tell me. I hope she didn't.
What happened?
JLo.
Didn't what?
You know, gave him some nice little favors. This is what I'm getting as well. I feel like he manipulated her. And she was very, very, green. 10 of Wands.
I mean, stuff like this happened in the music industry, as you know, working in it happened all the time, not just in music. It happened in entertainment, the Harvey Weinstein of it all.
Oh, yeah. The answer is not clear here. I see a yes and a no. It was, but that wasn't the incentive here. That wasn't what the motive, it wasn't his motive. I feel his motive was something else. More so, it was against someone. It wasn't against Mariah, but it was, this is what came through against another artist at the time. Like, was he supposed to sign or was he supposed to work with someone else? But something happened in the meantime, and then he said no because JLo was. This is how I pick up her energy back then. Very, very green, very sort of like, I'll do what you tell me. Yeah, I want to be famous. I want to do this. I am ambitious. I will work hard. So I really felt like she was a puppet.
Yeah.
So they used her to get back, they used her, feels like to get back at someone. Someone else. Not just Mariah, but someone else that at the time signed up for another record label.
I'm trying to think. Look, that's the 90s. I'm trying to remember who was out during the same time. No, not Whitney Houston. Someone said Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston was been out since the 80s. No, Whitney already was established at that point. I wonder.
No,
some people are thinking maybe Ashanti. Replay crew. Those of you in the live chat, let us know who that might be. I mean, there were so many artists at that time, but we had a wealth of music and artists at that time.
Regarding your Diddy reading, did you see there were 2 other famous names as head honchos involved with a human ring? Those 3s. I kept texting Kempire like 3 for days after that reading. I'm like, Kempire, there's another 3.
Yep.
Remember?
Yep. I texted you when I saw a 333 and I was like, keep seeing 3s today.
See, it's crazy. And while I was watching, you too, while we were watching back that video, Diddy's video, when I was editing, I was reading the reading. I was getting stuff through that I wasn't really, maybe not picking up at the time when we were doing the reading.
Yeah.
Crazy with that. Yeah. So the 3s are prevalent. So everything's going to come in 3s with Diddy.
Oh.
Just saying. Someone said Clive Davis, another label.
I'm waiting for someone to do the Surviving Clive Davis or Surviving Tommy Mottola documentary.
That will come. That will
Diddy gonna
come.
produce it? Because we said Diddy, we said Diddy was going to speak out and throw somebody else under the bus. People are
Diddy
saying,
and
but
Weinstein,
no,
maybe they can
Aaliyah,
produce
Brandy,
it.
and Monica came out at the same time. JLo came out a few years after them, so it wouldn't be any of them.
Hmm.
I mean,
When was it? Was it
Say
97?
again?
Was it 96, 97? When was
When did Jennifer Lopez's album come out? It was like the late 90s.
definitely late 90s. And I think it came out after Waiting to Exhale, right? Yeah. Because Waiting to Exhale, the movie and the soundtrack came out 98. Danny, thank you, Danny.
Yeah.
98, yeah. Oh, wait, I've got two. Danny,
So
well,
late
98,
90s,
99.
definitely late 90s.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Could be one of those. Yeah, could be. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. So, all right, Tom. So that's why. Well, this is why I love the tarot readings, because I naturally assume the rumors and things that we've heard over the years, but then the cards tell us, well, no, there's more to it, because I think we know, because that is industry folklore, but
Mhm.
when you pull the cards, you're like, oh no, it was actually more than just Mariah. Even though I'm sure Mariah probably thought it was her that he was after.
Probably. I mean, understandably so. She was married to him, but it's not. It seems to me that there was a bigger plan.
Well,
There was
let's
a
ask
bigger.
that question. Why does Mariah constantly say that she does not know JLo?
I love the shade.
Lord,
I
just
love
saying.
this.
We're getting to the bottom of it. So basically, you just confirmed that JLo's career was off of Tommy Mottola's idea of creating this person.
Mhm.
She was willing to do whatever it took to be hugely famous.
Oh my God. As I was like shuffling the cards, I was getting like, it's so funny. Mariah just does not like JLo, full stop.
Till
The
this day.
world. The world. It's
Oh,
not like Mariah feels threatened by JLo or never felt
see.
threatened. I
An
feel it
Aries
is
too.
that.
She's an Aries. They don't feel threatened.
Oh yeah. Oh no. We know Mariah. We know we know her. Here's what I'm getting with Mariah. It seems to me that, she has an incredible voice. And I remember back then, Tommy Mottola was very much like adamant that he would have like specific songs and specific, like she would work with specific producers and musicians.
Mhm.
I remember that at the time. But here's the thing. I feel that she wanted to go take a different direction with her singing.
Mhm.
And that was taken away from her in a sense. Maybe it was like there were a couple of songs in JLo's first album that were meant to be for Mariah or
Yes.
something along those lines, but it
There was
seemed
definitely at least one song. I can't remember the name of the song. You guys will remind us in the chat in regards to what song that was. But there was definitely one song that was basically stolen from Mariah and used for JLo.
and I think this was her issue. It was the issue that they were investing so much in JLo, and Mariah does not see where the hype is coming from, or she could not see where the hype was coming from.
Hmm.
So I feel this is it. And she just doesn't care. Two of Pentacles. Yeah. I genuinely think Mariah was just pissed at the time because she's like, why are they like, who is this woman? She's not that talented. I'm the talent. I'm the voice. I'm this and that
And
and all
Mariah's
that.
a
But
purist. She's a purist. She writes her own music. She's a dynamic singer. So I can see her being like, because I was like that too back in the day. Because I was part of that trifecta. I loved my Celine. I love my Whitney. I love my Mariah. So seeing someone that really was amateurish in regards to singing, I was like, there were a few artists that I'm thinking of that I won't mention them because I don't need them to take any, they don't need any
Mhm.
to be railroaded right now. But I came from that era of real singers, people that were purists to the art. So I can see why she's probably like, this girl's on my label and she can't do half of what I do.
Yeah.
And I'm sure she heard things in the industry as well. You know, we think we know stuff, but they do know stuff and people talk. So I wouldn't be surprised that she was heard like, oh, they're trying to tout her as the next, you know,
Yeah.
hit star and she really can't sing.
Yeah.
You
And
don't
I
think
and
so?
I also feel that Mariah wanted more of a pop career,
Mm,
not so much I mean, she is she is a pop singer. I sort of, but I feel like she was taking because I feel Mariah came in kind of like to because there was Celine Dion, that was the voice, Whitney Houston, and then you had Mariah
yep.
coming in. So it seems to me that she did not want to be pegged with the other two icons, and
Mm.
she wanted to have more of this like Madonna career, you know,
Oh,
except that Mariah
sidebar.
has a good
I
voice.
just saw a video where they asked her about Mariah. I mean, I asked her about Madonna, and she was a little shady with her response.
There you go.
Uh-huh. The plot thickens.
The plot thickens. The more we get into it, the more we're going to find out. What is look what I just on Google. Lie inspired Mariah Carey with a personal message just be. Oh,
Mm.
interesting. Oh, Eric has the deets as well. The song
Yeah.
was sampled from
Thank you,
Loverboy.
Eric.
Thank you, Eric. Oh, interesting. So this is what I feel, but I don't feel that Mariah has some kind of a hatred or she's some kind of arch enemy to
Yeah.
JLo. She's just like, she's like,
She plays
whatever, little
into
girl.
she plays into it for entertainment value.
Yeah, I feel she enjoys it. She's an Aries, so of course she's gonna, light that fire. She's Aries. Hello.
So there's a
Um,
real issue, but it stems from the industry situation that was going on at the time around JLo, and she doesn't respect JLo as an artist.
no, not at all. Or a person, I don't feel. She
Oh,
doesn't care
damn.
for her. She doesn't care for her. That's pretty simple.
And they're two fire signs.
Well, there you go. I mean, Aries and Leos don't generally get along. There's too much fire there and
And
too,
I
too much
I will
ego.
say this based off the Aries that I know, and I know quite a few Aries, they don't respect Leo.
No, 100% no. It's an ego thing. It's an ego thing. Aries are not that ego driven. Leos are. Sorry, Leos. We're just generalizing. We're talking about sun signs. Obviously, you have to look at your whole chart. But but Aries don't, they don't like that. They don't like loud. They want to be the loud ones. They want to be the ones who are the firecrackers and
They are the
so
loud ones.
they're they are the loud ones 100%. So yeah, this is what I'm seeing with Mariah. There was another question, Camp, that I think was in the chat. That was an interesting one,
Hmm.
but I think it was connected to. Oh, it wasn't a question. Gerald, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Tyler Perry is going to get exposed with Diddy.
Stay
We said it.
Look, stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned. A lot more is coming out anyway. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, moving back to since we're talking about a lot about the signs and how Aries doesn't like Leos, there was not a joke, a dancer told a story about JLo and auditioning for JLo, and then one day she came in and basically said, anyone here a Virgo? And if you were a Virgo, you weren't going to be working for her. What is the reasoning behind JLo not wanting to work with Virgos? I'm not gonna say she doesn't like them. She doesn't want to work with a Virgo, allegedly.
Oh, hold on, I dropped my cards. But who was a Virgo in her life? Who
Mark Anthony, her
could?
ex-husband, who she was married to for a long time.
I mean, listen, Virgo men are different to Virgo women.
Yeah.
Kemp and I have had this conversation before. So I don't know if connected to him, but yeah, what's the issue with Virgo? Unless you went to an astrologer at some point and someone or a psychic
I could see
and
that.
someone told her, watch out for a Virgo. I see someone who's going to be after your wants to harm your career. Stay
Oh.
away from Virgos. This is more what I'm getting.
Oh.
Like someone told her that, probably an astrologer, a psychic, because yeah,
Do you
it's
think that's
highly
a
possible.
legitimate, like, as a psychic medium, do you think that's a legitimate thing to tell someone that you're advising?
No,
Avoid a
because you
sign?
cannot. No, you cannot narrow down and say like someone can see, like a psychic can see, like if there's someone in your life or someone might appear in your life that might do some kind of harm to you
Mm.
or they're negative to you, but we cannot tell you if they're Virgos, Leos, what their star sign is. No, we don't get that much information with that much detail when it comes to psychic predictions. Unless you have, like you do when we do these readings, where unless you have someone in mind and you ask the psychic and you're like, I have a friend, her name is Helen, she's a Virgo, could that be her? And then the psychic would have to kind of like investigate spiritually to find out. But psychics do say, like, I remember my ex-boyfriend years ago, he went to his psychic because he believed in psychics. And back then I wasn't giving readings to anyone because I was shut off. But and she told him, stay away from red cars because you might have a life-altering accident if you're in a red car. My mom used to have a red car, and my car was in the garage, whatever, it wasn't being serviced, and he wouldn't, and I was using my mom's car at the time, he would not get in the car because a psychic told him that. So JLo could be the case as well, could be the same case. This is what I'm getting intuitively. It's not something specific, but I feel it's something that was said to her and she's like slightly paranoid, or she just
so she doesn't want to work with Virgos. Well, I mean, look,
she married one though.
Yeah, and she was with him the longest in comparison to her other relationships.
True.
Do Leos and Virgos work normally?
Depends on the Leo, the Virgo. Depends on it can. Like on paper, if you just look at the two suns, I would say no. But it depends on the whole chart, their Venus, etc. If it's a July Leo, or if it's like an August Virgo, it's different. Depends, but no, on paper I would say no. Like in theory, no.
And I don't know Mark Anthony's chart, but if you see Mark Anthony, he gives me a little something fiery. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's some more fire in his chart, and that's what made that relationship work.
Yeah. He does not give off like Virgo or Earth sign or Earth sign at all, for sure.
No.
But is Ben a Libra? I forgot.
No, he's a Leo. They're two Leos.
Oh.
You have to say it like that. Yeah, Ben is a Leo.
He gives me the Libra vibe.
August 15th.
August 15th? I don't know. He gives me Libra vibes. Maybe he has like a Libra moon or Venus, which is bad.
Maybe. I just realized that JLo is older than he is. She's 3 years older than he is.
Oh, well, All right. Well, if it works for her and him. I want to hold on. Mark gives off BD.
I'm sure. And he's a little man. He's not very big in height.
Fun fact, Virgos and Capricorns can be very, very kinky in bed.
Oh, I believe that.
They have kinks.
Look, I've been with both.
So you've had
Virgos more so.
Virgos, 100%. They can get, oh my God. They very kinky. So they're good and bad. Maybe that's what kept that marriage alive for all that time. All that, although he was cheating allegedly.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn.
Oh, well, I don't know. It's something about short men.
Well, speaking of her relationships, the Bennifer of it all, they were with each other years ago. No one saw that these two would come back together. I watched the documentary. They seem like they work. So this is why I'm really pro JLo and Ben right now. I want to see their love life. I really don't care. No, I do care because I based on what I've seen of JLo, I don't know her. None of us know these people in real life. Okay. But based on what I've seen of her, she seems very likable. Seeing them together, I was like, oh, I can see how this works. What is going on in their relationship? I know you have predicted in the past that this relationship is going to end up in divorce. I mean, that makes me sad, but a lot of people say every time that they're seen together, even Jane Fonda in this documentary was talking about, because Jane Fonda and JLo are really good friends ever since they did Monster-in-Law. And she says, she wants this relationship too to work out for JLo and Ben. And every time people see Ben, he looks so miserable and unhappy. Is JLo the reason for his unhappiness, or is it something else?
I love that question. I love that you asked that, and I'll get into that really quickly. Just to answer that, just looking at the fact that I did not remember that he was also a Scorpio moon. So astrologically, I'm going to say this. They both care about their image. They're both Leos. So status and image is really important to them. The fact that they are a power couple, they are iconic, that they're together, the fans love them together, etc. It's such a Leo thing. They're going to make it work because this is what the people want. They have this royalty thing. Leos are the royals. In their head, they're royals. And Scorpio moons, oh my God, these two drown in their own emotions, in their own paranoia, in their own, that household must be very, very intense. Sex must be intense, great and intense, which is great. Makeup sex, I guess. But all the rest, Scorpios are always very private. That's Ben. Ben, I feel he gives off a lot of the Scorpio moon. Quite private, he won't come out and discuss.
They talked about this in the documentary. He talked about why it didn't work for them the last first time around. And he said part of it was that she liked being out there in the public with their relationship and doing all that. He did not like doing that at all. And them coming back together, he said that they've sort of kind of compromised in regards to that, because he's like, I can't expect her to be not who she is and some of that. So some of them being back out there like this is partially because it's something that she wants.
Yeah, that's I just remembered that Jennifer Garner is an Aries. So you asked me if Aries and Leo. Well, look at how that went. Aries and Leo.
Because she she seemed like the most put together one. She seemed like she made sure that everything was on point when it comes to their children and their life and their relationship. So that makes complete sense.
Dandy, who knows astrology, says you're spot on, but Scorpio rules one of the hidden houses, the eighth. The eighth is also the house of hidden enemy. Just saying. Just saying. So yeah, spot on. So it seems to me that also with those Scorpio moons hold a lot of secrets, just to know. So there is a running joke in astrology that Scorpios, generally anyone who has Scorpio in one of their big three, tend to have 2 or 3 lives, hidden lives. Because they're very private and a lot of stuff they do not want out in the open. So to get back to I'll throw the cards regarding what's going on in that relationship. What's the dynamic between them? Because I agree, Ben seems to be like the little
miserable
toddler that mom is dragging along to Target or wherever. Like, come on, we need to.
He doesn't seem that way in the documentary, though.
I haven't watched it. I've seen clips or snippets from it. Maybe that's because I don't know. But hold on, let me ask the cards. Let's see. I'm gonna pull a card. I'm gonna pull 3 cards for Jennifer and 3 cards for Ben, because I want to see from their perspective how they see this relationship, how they feel in this relationship, how they see each other. I'm gonna start with JLo. Okay, JLo, and then we've got Ben. This will be interesting. Page of Pentacles and Nine of Swords. And then hold on, Ben. Oh, Ben doesn't look happy. Oh God, Ben does not look. All right, I'll show you the cards. Jennifer Lopez, Page of Pentacles. For her, a new start. Page is something fresh, something new. How she saw this, especially when they rekindled their relationship, when they refueled the passion. What it seems to me was like, let's give this a fresh start. Maybe I can change things that I did that would annoy Ben. Maybe Ben's changed because he's now clean. He's got a different lifestyle, et cetera, et cetera. He's a dad now, all of that. So that seems to me, but 9 of Swords, this is why I keep saying, and I feel this is not going to last, and I give it another year tops. 9 of Swords, though, she's not happy. I don't get cups when it comes to JLo here. And then I have the 5 of Pentacles. This to me, Five of Pentacles is also, I get this a lot of times if there is a contract and you haven't been paid from a contract, or you're waiting to get to fulfill a contract for you to get paid. And I'm speaking very intuitively now. Okay, this is how I read tarot. Being psychic, I don't follow 100% what that means. But to me, Nine of Swords is, I feel like she's not that happy in that relationship with Nine of Swords. There must be a lot of tension and fighting between them.
Well, she was doing a lot of crying in this documentary. And I thought to myself, I was like, is this acting, or is this crying not exactly what she's saying this crying is about?
That with the Scorpio moon, that the second one, Scorpio and Leo's drama, so they will cry. They know how to bring in the waterworks just to get what they want if they have to, if they're like a dramatic Leo. But Scorpio, yeah, she would never admit what's really truly going on. Ben, Eight of Swords. Look at this, just the imagery. You don't need to know tarot. Eight of Swords, this is feeling very confined, very trapped, unhappy in the situation, don't know how to get out of this. Judgment. He feels judged. He feels created. I feel this is him. She must be, I know she's in love with him and she loves the idea of them together, but I don't feel that she's all that sweet with him all the time. She seems a bit judgy. And then I have the Emperor. The Emperor is also the dad card, is the strategy card, is someone who has some kind of goal. All right, or some kind of plan. I'm going to pull a card for both of them. I want to see the Four of Wands. Four of Wands is just, to me, it's keeping up with appearances. This is them keeping up with appearances.
Are already counting this relationship out because you did this before. They don't believe it's going to last. So you think that's what it is? They're holding on because.
Yeah. And Queen of Pentacles here. There must be some kind of agreement as well between them. I don't feel that they just got married. You know, they were like, oh, we're back together again. We're in love. Let's get married. Let's do it the way that we want to do it, etc. I do feel that there were contracts and DAs, all sorts of things that
what are you saying?
I'm saying
that this is not real love.
I'm not saying it's not real love. I do feel that JLo, but although I don't get cups here from JLo's side at all, I don't get any cups whatsoever. Let me pull one more card. The only one is Knight of Cups. But the Knight of Cups is someone who comes along. This is someone else. This is not Ben. This is not JLo. This is someone else coming along with an idea or someone bringing them together. This is what I'm picking up.
Was it her manager, her longtime manager, Benny Medina?
Could be.
This
Temperance.
is so interesting. So
it feels to me that someone orchestrated this, brought them back together. Obviously JLo would not say no, because we do know that she had the hots for him, and I still feel that she's sexually attracted to him.
Yeah.
But I don't see the love. I don't feel the love, like the deep love. So she's more in love with the image and the package and the iconic couple that they are. She's more in love with that than the act.
Why they fell apart the first time around. They said that in the documentary.
Hasn't changed. It doesn't seem so. So someone brought them together. Someone said, okay, I'll help you guys rekindle, come together, and I have an idea.
We can't forget that JLo was engaged in this relationship with A-Rod right before she reunited. It wasn't that long in between.
I forgot about that. Which that was a weird relationship too.
Look, there's many men. It's hard to keep up.
You're so right.
No, like I'm not judging. I'm not judging at all, JLo. Good for you. Mother has the lift.
Did she remind me, did she break up with A-Rod because the whole Madison LaCroix thing came out?
They stayed together a little bit longer after that. How about we ask the cards? Why did they break up? Why did A-Rod and JLo break up? Look, let's find out. And while we do that, guys, don't forget to like the video. It's an easy free way of supporting both channels. Just saying.
Okay, hold on. I'm reshuffling. I keep dropping my card.
I didn't expect to say that this was an arrangement.
It feels like that. I'm telling you, no cups. If I had cups, at least from one of them, I would say, well, JLo's in love with Ben. She's making this happen. She's trying to make this work. And, he's just still struggling with his own stuff. But I feel a disconnect. Disconnect.
I mean, it kind of makes sense because we have to remember Ben Affleck. He's had a great career, but there's been a lot of like bad press in recent years because of the breakdown of his marriage to Jennifer Garner, and then his career and the alcoholism allegedly, and allegedly gambling. I think they said as well. But
Yeah, I've
so
heard
it makes
about
me
it.
wonder if this was a way to kind of clean up because remember when he first came out, like she made him look everyone was looking at him like, oh, look at Ben Affleck. I never looked at Ben Affleck like this when he was dating JLo. So it makes me wonder if that was the motivation behind this relationship.
And don't forget that he got a lot of hate when he split up with Jennifer Garner, right? Because she's so likable. So he got a lot of hate and a lot of flack for that. So maybe it was his way of kind of like, I don't know, reestablishing his brand or okay, let me tell you with the A-Rod what I'm seeing. So why did they split up? Okay, first of all, I don't feel that they were getting along, at least towards the end of that relationship, because I have the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is very much conflict, arguing, tensions, not seeing eye to eye, etc. Then I got the Ace of Swords here and the King of Pentacles. So the Ace of Swords to me also, when I saw the card, I'm like, uh-oh, like I feel that they're possibly, or they were suspecting each other for cheating.
Both of them?
Like, there was no trust.
Oh.
Both of them. Yeah.
Oh.
It feels like they weren't, like there was a lot of that. A lot of their arguments were around maybe insecurities, cheating, who are you talking to, who's that? I feel that that relationship doesn't feel good to me with A-Rod. It feels like it's just the worst part of them came out, it's just like they it was toxic. It feels toxic.
Yeah.
And also it feels to me that A-Rod loves money. I don't know anything about him. I don't know his sign, but it seems to me that he's quite ambitious and he loves money. So he chases after money. And that's like that's a turn off for JLo. Six of Cups. Also something regarding her kids. Her kids? Yeah. No. The only the only cups with them, it feels to me that it started off sexual. I've said this in our previous reading that I did pick up sexual energy. And I read the comments and people were like, I don't see this A-Rod. Yeah, you guys, we might not see him sexy, or we might not see where that's coming from, but JLo definitely did. And I see that now. So this is, I don't know, maybe he's a smooth talker. He's good in bed. Who knows?
Leo too, apparently. Well, July.
Oh, he's a Leo too?
Yeah. July 27th.
She attracts fire for a reason. She's fire. She likes the drama. To her, that's validation that someone loves her.
Oh, damn you, Leo.
And a Scorpio moon.
And a Scorpio moon. Wow. She attracts drama. She likes the drama. She likes the fire.
She likes the fighting and because that's validation to her that he cares because he's fighting or this is happening. So he cares.
She's very much like her mom because I'm actually shocked at how she described her mom in this documentary. She called her mom a narcissist and like very theatrical personality. And I was like, oh, this is interesting.
Well, I guess the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. I don't know. I'm just saying.
She admits that a lot of her unhealthy relationships growing up and what she saw is what she repeated. So there was a lot of self-reflection. I'm just gonna put self-reflection in quotes because I'm not sure if it was true self-reflection. But yeah, interesting. Val says projection.
Projection too. Yeah. Yeah. Seems so. So it's just incompatible relationship. It wasn't going anywhere, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
At the time it worked for JLo. But yeah. Okay. There wasn't anything. I don't see anything specific that broke this relationship or this love because Wasn't much.
I keep referring to, I'm not sure how authentic JLo was in this documentary. Can we ask the cards how authentic she really was in this documentary?
Good question.
Was this the real JLo? Was this the real Jennifer Lopez showing up in this documentary? A documentary that she like you said, a lot of people are reacting to JLo right now on social media from this documentary and another album that no one really cared about. And this musical
Mm-hmm.
project that she funded. She funded this musical project herself because nobody
20
wanted to fund
million.
it. Sidebar, they highlighted so many people that did not want to be a part of this project. But when you see
Mm-hmm.
the people that were a part of the project, she had a lot of like celebrities in this project that she was doing.
Being a Leo, she was shading them by adding that in the documentary.
Ah.
The shade. And Scorpio moons can be very, very vindictive. So just saying that was
Mm.
her way of getting back
By mentioning that
back at
they
them.
said that they were too busy to be in it. Wow.
Who
Wow.
was it that she said? Who was it that she called her assistant or manager, whatever, and she asked for someone to be there, and she said, "Well, he can't. He's got to attend a wedding." And she's
His
like,
wedding.
"Whose wedding?"
His wedding. His own wedding. And he ends up being something Huff. What's his the first name? He's from Dancing with the Stars. Something Huff. I can't remember. I can't remember his first name. You guys remind us in the chat. But yet, he's from Dancing with the Stars. They worked together before. He ends up being in the documentary, but it was his wedding. They kept on saying, "Oh, he had to be in a wedding." Derek Huff, he had to be in a wedding. His wedding.
Oh my god! And then she's like, "Call him," and I'm like,
He's got to do it. He's got to do it. But he's got to be in a wedding. He's got to be in a wedding, his own wedding. But he ends up doing it. So did he reschedule his wedding for JLo?
"Good question."
And the
Derek,
failed
everyone's saying Derek.
documentary? Well, not documentary. The failed musical thing that she did. I tried watching it. Look, it was very impressive. She worked with Dave Meyers, who was a legendary music video director from over the years. They've worked together, and so they did this. It looks great, but I think what she was trying to do, what she saw Prince do, what Beyonce's Lemonade did,
Yeah.
it didn't land. It didn't have the depth. It didn't have the interest that people wanted. I get what she was trying to do, but it was like a big womp womp womp. It didn't translate well. It felt maybe it was too almost too like cheesy poetic.
Yeah.
Like Lemonade had like a real story behind it. Like Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce. Prince had a real depth and story. And Prince is like the fact she even mentions Prince. I'm like, girl, if he was alive, I know he's rolling over in his grave. But
I'm sure he is.
it felt cheesy. Like, shout out to Dave Meyers. He did a fantastic job giving us the imagery, but
Mhm.
the story felt cheesy.
I know what you mean. And to answer your question about the authenticity regarding the documentary, Camp, I'll tell you what, no, it wasn't authentic. And I'll tell you why. Why? Judgment. It's all about like everything that was added in or left in or edited out, whatever it was, keeping in mind how people are going to perceive it.
Mm.
So it was all about, it was curated in a way to make sure that people would see it, watch it, perceive it the way that she wants us to see it.
Hmm.
Chariot, she had total control, total control. Of course, it's her money, it's her autobiography, her thing. King of Swords, my God, she must have been a biatch during filming. Just saying, because that
We never
that
saw
that
that part.
that King of Swords is very OCD, very like, I want to be in charge, in control of everything, including editing. Eight of Swords. But the thing is, why I feel it flopped, it's not only because it wasn't inauthentic, it was because she tried to control too much the narrative. She
Mm.
tried to make up this story. She tried to inauthentically bring everything together to create the narrative and the story that she wanted to put out. If
Mm.
she hadn't been so controlling and so worried about what people are going to say and how people are going to view this and that this is going to flop, which it did at the end of the day, it may have been, it could have been more successful.
No.
So it was a bit self-destructive here.
Wow. Wow. I mean, it makes complete sense. And it's so funny because you literally you described that she's trying to control the narrative, and she still did that, and she still put it out there, and the narrative still is a flop, inauthentic. It's crazy. It's crazy. You can't fool people. People are intuitive.
We've been saying this for a long time. People, and that thank you for social media for that. Because of social media, people have become more intuitive, a lot more I want to say not judgmental, but I want to say that people are far more critical
Mm,
regarding they critical regarding what they see. They don't believe everything that they see anymore. So, and thank God for the internet, because you can research stuff now. So
yeah.
I agree. So she dug her own grave. I mean, with this,
Mm.
unfortunately, she should have hired a good documentarist or someone and just given him free reign, free reign, all of it. And because this is
I mean, and this is a follow-up question, because yes, you answered the question in regards to this documentary, this music that she wanted to put out, the story that she wanted to put out was not true, was very curated by her. There have been rumors about her being a diva for years. She has to have certain linen, certain types of food, water, whatever it has to be. So now that people are having this reaction to JLo, there's all kinds of old stories coming out in regards to how she
Mhm.
is behind the scenes. How is JLo truly behind the scenes? Because I always thought that JLo was a sweet person. I never believed those diva rumors.
Really, she wanted Derek to skip his own wedding for him to go.
Damn. I'm surprised they kept that in. Uh, and he did. Look, and he did. The power of JLo.
Wow. I mean, oh Lord. Let's
With Derek
see.
off.
For it. But I know I've been shading J Lo, but I've got to say one thing. If I was not me personally, is Natalie, because that it's not my character, right?
Mhm.
But if I was rich, famous, an icon with so many fans, just if I was J Lo, I'd be that way as well. I guess. I mean,
Oh,
not me, but I guess I would.
would
If
you?
you're this superstar. No, I
I
wouldn't.
don't feel like money changes
No,
people. I think money just shows you who people really are. I
that
feel
is
like that's
true.
who she was always was back in the day while she was up in the Bronx.
That is very true.
Just saying.
Very true. Bodega Jenny.
Natalie from the block. They said they called you.
Oh God. Hold on. I'm sorry. Oh, look, the Leo card just came up. Tower. Oh, she's difficult to work with. So, Four of Swords, she's stressy. Part of why she has these demands, it
Mhm.
feels to me, or these what seems to be to us unreasonable demands, which they are, to me, it comes out of stress. She has a control thing issue. We
Yeah.
see that with just reading her today. I see that everywhere. And it's
Mm.
a control thing. I feel it comes out of insecurity that she wants things to be a certain way because she feels like that's her comfort zone. And maybe she feels like I don't need to worry about these things because everything has been done the way that I want them to. This is what it feels. And also, I got the Leo card.
Sidebar. Leos usually are insecure. Sorry, Leos. Also, the way her career started, the way that you pulled from the card saying that her career started basically because someone kind of gave her that opportunity. So she probably feels probably like an imposter syndrome.
Oh, good
Just
point.
psychology degree.
Good friggin' point. Could be it. Because the tower to me is just her delivery is wrong. Maybe her demands wouldn't have been that so much out there because we know Madonna has her own like
Mhm.
demands. Beyonce, a lot of these like divas, these icons have these demands, right? But it's more so the delivery of things. And it feels to me it comes out from a place of insecurity and
Mm,
control. Again, the whole control thing is very much around her. I feel like she needs to have control. Her
mm,
men, her life, her children, everything, her documentary,
mm,
everything. But it doesn't work out for her because she's got these ideas. I don't want to shade Leos now, but again, we're generalizing, just talking, because Leo is ruled by the sun, and sun is your ego, right? So she's got like,
mm,
Leos do have a big ego, because they're ruled by the sun. And it also rules the heart, which is why Leo do tend to change partners quite easily, because it is very much, they're very much attached to their heart and their
mm.
feelings. If they don't feel it with someone, they're not going to stay in a relationship just for the sake of
Is
staying.
that why I'm that way? Because I have a Leo moon.
I know, I know.
You don't have to say it like that.
With you, it's different because you've got Taurus, which 100% grounds you, and Taurus knowing what you want and what you don't want, right?
Mm,
So with you, it's more so you're led by you're more led by the Taurus side of things, which is more the pragmatic, the
mm,
practical aspect of things. And then when you feel that everything's okay, everything's laid out for you and you're ready, that's when you're led by the heart.
yeah.
That's when your Leo moon comes in. With her, it's a mess. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing. She is a hard worker, I have to say though. I do. She is a hard worker. Generally, Leos tend to be lazy. Leo, lions and out in nature. What do they do?
Mm.
Do they hunt? No, the lionesses do all the work.
Oh,
Just Leos are beautiful. They have their manes and they just sit around, lick their
I
paws,
love a
and just
lion though. I mean, I like watching that on like Disney, the documentary on lions. But yeah, anyways.
anyways, yeah. So I'm just saying the Leos they have a tendency to being slightly lazy. Not JLo though, I have to say.
No.
She's a hard worker. Definitely.
And I think maybe some of that motivation is because she's been given this opportunity. So she's like, I want to really elevate. She's always, even in this documentary, you're seeing like she's pressing on. She wants this to be a success. She wants the music to be a success. So I feel like she still feels like she has something to prove. I will never take away from JLo her work ethic, because she definitely works
Yeah.
hard. And she's 50 something
Mhm.
years old, dancing and looking the way she does. Good for her.
Agree. Agree. Listen, JLo is not being canceled. I know right now she's getting some stuff, but I can tell you she's not being canceled per se. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, she's gonna get some backlash. We have to see what's happening with the Diddy stuff as well, because that's gonna be interesting. But regarding her career right now, regarding where she's at, she's good.
Oh, well, that makes me happy, because here's the thing with the internet. The internet will make you believe that someone's being canceled, or
Hmm.
that, because sometimes when I watch some of these folks, as I was watching this documentary, and I'm thinking about, yeah, people are slamming her, but in their own lives, do they really feel that way? I mean, I think some people probably feel that way if they've seen the comments and they're seeing the headlines, but she's been in this business a long time. But then I'm thinking to myself, some people are like, they have their people around them, they have their fan base around them that are like, I love you, JLo. Or when she's out in the streets, people aren't like, JLo, what's that orange drink? You know what I mean? So
That's true.
it's- I
That's
don't want her
true.
to feel canceled. That's the last thing that I want for her, because I definitely think she's a talent. Do I think she's a great singer? No. Can we get into the music of it all?
Mm. Listen, maybe she needs to reevaluate a little bit, like the type of music, the type of projects that she works
Mm,
on, and just be true to herself and just be honest to her fans. This is what I feel. She's not going anywhere. She just, I feel that she needs to regroup a little bit and maybe just, I was gonna say she needs therapy. I don't know why that just came out of my mouth, but
because
there's a
everyone
reason.
needs
I'm
therapy.
connecting to her energy.
Look, everyone's needing
So
therapy. Um, okay, before we get into the music part, the orange drink. Look, drank. Um, can we
drank.
what was that? What was that? Because a lot of people harped on her. Oh wait, I'll play it for you guys. Hold on, I
Yeah,
have
yeah.
it here.
Yeah. My go-to order at the bodega was ham and cheese on a roll with an orange drink, if you know, you know, and a small bag of chips.
So a lot of people were all over social media saying, we don't know what you're talking about. Can we ask the cards what the hell she's talking about? The orange drink? Or did
You know.
to say that? Because, you know, a lot of people love to say she's not. Yeah, she grew up in the Bronx, but she grew up a privileged life in the Bronx.
What's the orange drink?
The spirit's gonna be like, we don't know either.
No, you know what I'm being shown? That's why I'm asking. I was asking spirit because I was being shown. I said, is it a Fanta? Or is it like a Capri Sun? Or is it some kind
around
of
back then?
Sorry?
Fanta wasn't around back when she was younger in the Bronx. Fanta is fairly
Really?
new.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I asked spirit and they showed me something else. So you know how they make these slushies, these ice, like what are they called in the States? This slushies, right? Which are made with like basically syrup and ice, crushed ice.
Yeah.
You know how they have these machines
Yes.
that like just like, you know. Well, that's what Spirit showed me when I was like, what's the orange drink? And they showed me that kind of machine with an orange liquid in it. So I don't know if the bodega that she used to go to had some kind of like thingy that you would pour an orange drink. What is everyone saying? Fanta has been around forever. Sunkissed. Yeah, Miss J, can we hear your bodega order? I would be really because I saw on TikTok that someone said she interviewed her mom who grew up in the Bronx, and she said, Mom, what did you used to order the bodega? And it wasn't just a sandwich and an orange drink. Her mom gave a very elaborate order, which I was pastrami, salami, this, that, this type of bread, blah, blah, blah. So I would be interested to hear your order.
Because when she did say orange drink, I was like, is she talking like a Fanta? But again, that didn't make sense to me.
Wait, Fanta was mentioned in an episode of Samantha said her mom made a blended drink for her with syrup when she got sick. So it was around, probably. Oh, TJ, that's interesting. Coca-Cola bought Fanta in 1960, so it was around.
Oh, but still, that doesn't in the hood, Fanta. I don't recall Fanta being in the hood.
No, or Sunny D, maybe. Who knows? But this is what Spirit showed me. So they showed me sort of like a slush. It could have been a slush puppy, an orange type, like orange flavored one.
Yeah. Okay.
JLo, let us know.
So it's not a Fanta, y'all. So y'all can let go of the Fanta. Like, oh, maybe it's a Fanta. No, y'all can let go of the Fanta.
No.
Apparently, it was not a Fanta either.
Norma's a Leo. Hi, Norma.
Oh Lord. Hey, Norma.
Oh, you worked with her. Okay. But kind and generous. Look up Spanish Verizon commercial. It's on YouTube. Yeah, we will. Well, I'm glad you had a good experience. So maybe it is that JLo. You're Leo, though, Norma. I mean,
you're a little blinded by your Leo-ness.
You're her people.
So, and she probably saw that in you as well.
That's exactly it. So I feel that she saw that. I feel that JLo may not pray is a bad word, but maybe a little bit harsher towards people that are
not Leos.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a polite way of saying not vibing the same vibe as her. Let's just say.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, did they have Fanta at the corner store bodega? I don't recall. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna say to answer the question and put it see. I don't see a Fanta. I think it's more of a slush puppy kind of thing, drink full of sugar and ice, and that probably cost like.
Look, Nandy, I agree. And look, I'm not saying that Fanta is a fancy drink. I just don't remember Fanta being in especially here in New York like that. I remember all of a sudden Fanta became more popular. What did Nandy say? Nandy said, oh, did they have Fanta at the corner store bodega? I don't recall. I'm gonna ask a homegirl. I don't recall it either. Yeah. That's what I'm saying in regards to Fanta. I was like, no, it's not. But again, that's not what you're seeing. You're seeing some sort of like slushy thing.
Yeah, it doesn't look like she had a can or a bottle. It just seems like this slushy thing where you just pour it yourself.
And everyone's saying, she says, if you know, you know. And they were like, we don't know.
Yeah, everyone's like, the whole internet's like, what is she on? And I love that she said, if you know, you know. No, we don't know, JLo. We don't.
We need further explanation, please.
Please. Pepe's is the first positive account I've seen about JLo. Well, I'm glad you see it as positive.
Well, stay tuned. We got to talk about the music. We got to talk about the
Okay,
music.
let's go.
She's been slammed over the years, not even just recently. So, of course, recently things have been coming up. Natasha Ramos, who sang background vocals, well, put in quotes, background vocals for Jenny on the Block. You know, there have been accusations that a song that Ashanti demoed for JLo, they turned up Ashanti's vocals. Christina Milian. What is the truth when it comes to JLo and her vocals and what like behind the scenes in regards to her vocals being turned up or turned down? Can Spirit tell us what is the truth behind that?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So let's see. Who's the Justice? Balance, Eight of Pentacles, Page of Cups, Queen of Wands. Well, there she is. All right. So Justice. I feel that with the whole vocal stuff, it feels to me with this Justice, forget about Justice, the name of the card. But what I'm getting was more of like being more distributed, like her voice with a backup with the vocalists and sort of blending them together, but sort of it feels to me like more of like a 50-50 where you have JLo and then the other voices and blending them together, and it's more of a 50-50. But JLo here, with this Page of Cups, hold on. To be fair, it wasn't 100% her decision. I don't feel that post-production or post, once they recorded the songs, that JLo knew how much of her voice was going to be used, to be fair to JLo. Because we know she's a control freak. We discussed this before, but what I'm getting, it's like, it wasn't, here's the thing. I even feel that at the beginning of her career, she didn't even know that they weren't using her voice until the album was ready and about to be released.
I mean, it makes sense when you see. I just watched a JLo performance of "If You Had My Love," and it was live, and it's like, wasn't great, because that was going to be my follow up question, like how much did JLo know in regards to them not utilizing her vocals? Speaking of which, Natasha Ramos did a TikTok talking about her recording Jenny on the Block. She was promised a lot of different things. She accuses her then manager of signing off on her being a part of this project without her knowledge of that. She also accused Corey Rooney, who is a songwriter and producer that has worked with Jennifer Lopez for years, and he worked on that particular project. She accused Corey Rooney of allegedly asking for a kiss in the studio. And she gave him a light peck. And then he's like, "Oh, with tongue." Oh, I think she said on the lip. I can't remember. But then he's like, "No, I want with tongue."
What's wrong with people?
Well, can we ask the cards? Is that true? Is that a true story? Can we get a little bit more about Corey Rooney?
If that's true, what is wrong with people?
Are we surprised? Look at all the stories that are coming out between Diddy, Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
You just didn't. No one really knows Corey Rooney like that. He's like a behind the scenes guy.
Okay. So I want to know if he actually said that.
Yeah.
I'm not getting a clear answer.
Oh.
I mean, I'm not getting anything bad about him. I don't pick anything bad, to be honest. It could have been playful. It could have been a joke. It could have been because you said he works behind the scenes, but he seems like an extrovert to me with this card here, with this four of wands. He seems that he's very much about, like, he seems like a hard worker, or he likes what he does. He takes his job seriously. Three of Swords, here's some kind of disappointment, but I'm not sure if it's not related to JLo though. And then the Empress. I don't get that he's lying, but on the other hand, I don't also get that that was said maliciously or in a sexual way, if you know what I mean. Does that make sense?
I'm just trying to figure out how do you say kiss me with tongue, not in a malicious way.
Well, I mean, maybe he didn't say it that way, sort of like, kiss me with a tongue now, I want you, or something. It feels to me that it was more maybe they were disgusting or joking, or the context is off. That's what I'm trying to say. Like the context of how it was said is off. But I can't be sure, but I don't get anything here that would just make me feel that this Corey guy is some kind of sleaze liar. I feel like he's very ambitious. He's someone very ambitious. And I don't know, is he married? Is he? Because I
I have no idea. I know not. This is the first time I've even heard anyone talk, like tell a story about him behind the scenes. I just remember him as a producer and a songwriter, and he's worked with JLo for years.
And I'll tell you this though, I don't know if he said that. Again, it's the context. Something's missing in this context in this. But it doesn't seem that he was 100% like a big like JLo fan. You know what I mean?
Is he the one that turned her vocals down and turned Natasha's vocals up?
Probably. She didn't stick her tongue in my mouth. No JLo. 0% JLo voice. I don't know. No, but I don't get that. I don't get that. Maybe there's some kind of misunderstanding there. Or something is missing in that with that information.
Okay. All right.
I don't know.
I see you have a couple of super chats. Maybe we want to go into that. Let me just look at my question.
Oh, did I miss them?
Yes.
Where are they? Hold on. Sorry. Okay, so Norma says in Puerto Rico we have piraguas. Piraguas, shaved ice slushy. Do they sell them in bodegas? Is that what I was seeing?
Oh, I don't know. I definitely have had that in Puerto Rico.
Let's see. Okay, I see all my super chats now. Oh, sorry about that, Miss J. Sorry. Okay, we'll get to it straight away. There you go. Did Mark Anthony and Jada Pinkett hook up with Mark? When Mark was a guest on Jada, really?
That's some old tea.
This is the first I hear of it.
Me too.
Oh, Miss Shay.
Did Mark Anthony and Jada Pinkett hook up? Jada Pinkett Smith. Sidebar, did you see that video footage of Jaden Smith and Justin Bieber from Coachella?
No.
Everyone's having this big response because Jaden comes up behind Justin and sort of like, dances behind him. And then Justin, once he comes around, he kisses Jaden like here on the neck. So people are like, what is going on there?
Well, Jada should stay low. Hold on. I dropped another card. Well, Jada, just saying, with all the Diddy snowball effect that's happening now, just watch out, because that's my feeling with Jada. I just get bad friggin' vibes there.
What do you mean?
Wasn't Jada on the scene? Tupac at some point?
I mean, like, what?
She knows stuff.
Oh.
She's seen stuff and she knows stuff.
Oh, okay.
That's all I'm saying. So we'll ask the cards. Did Mark Anthony? I just don't see how those.
I mean, they ran in the same circles, but I find this to be an interesting question. You just never know what the cards are going to say.
Right. You never know. I mean, that's the first we hear of it anyway. So Mark, hold on. Let me stop talking so I can ask the question.
I used to like that show, Nurse Hawthorne. Or was it called Hawthorne?
Nurse
Lifetime.
I think I've never seen it. Miss J.
What?
Girl. Okay. This is the first card. This is Four of Pentacles. Okay, we'll get to that in a minute. I just want you to see the other two cards. Look at Cap is already getting ready for it.
Start.
Lovers. Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is also, yeah.
What do you mean? I don't know what this means.
Getting together,
oh, Sunday, y'all. I'm trying to be. Oh,
hooking up. Usually, it's also the Ace of Wands is definitely like it's the sexual card, the passionate card. But I got the Lovers and the Ace of Swords, so something happened
well, I
allegedly.
mean, it wouldn't be surprised based off this last go around with Jada Pinkett Smith and about her relationship with Will Smith. I'm not completely shocked by that. I just never thought of Mark Anthony in this particular instance. So,
Crazy! Everyone heard that rumor. Everyone's well, it's confirmed. Lovers and Ace of Swords. So it feels to me that there was maybe they hooked up more than
was it a
once.
hookup?
What?
Was it a relationship or was it a hookup?
Define relationship or define who said that? Define hookup. Who was it who cheated and they said define? Anyways, someone from Bravo.
There is a difference between a relationship and a hookup.
It's not a relationship, but it was it was more than one hookup.
Like friends with benefits?
Yeah.
Oh, so they had it more than once. Someone said entanglement.
Yeah, more than once. Yeah, that entanglement.
Oh my gosh.
But it wasn't a relationship. So what I'm trying to say is,
I mean,
they weren't a couple.
Well, was he married at the time?
That didn't stop either of Jada or Mark Anthony, did they? Did it while they were married? I mean, just saying.
Okay.
In Hollywood, everything's so open. All these relationships are open. I just lose
Norma
track.
said he had a major role on the show. Hookup. Okay.
Oh. Thank you, Norma. He had a major role in the show.
Look, I've heard things about Mark Anthony in regards to when you meet him in person, he's very charismatic. We've already said this in this live alone that he doesn't give us Virgo vibes. He gives us more of like fire energy. There's something very charismatic and fiery about him. So I wouldn't be surprised. Look, you might drop your drawers too if you were in the presence of Mark Anthony.
I don't think so.
Awkward silence.
Well, Chris Hemsworth, for instance. Yep, I'd drop my knickers.
Oh.
Sorry, he's married. I'm married too. But
I'm not.
Not Mark Anthony. No. No, not A-Rod, not Mark Anthony.
A-Rod.
Ben Affleck, yeah. I mean, I think he's hot. I like him.
I guess Ben, I don't know. I guess.
Ben has this bad boy vibe that is sexy.
You don't like bad boys. I don't really like bad boys like that.
I
like a sexy nerd. We have a sexy nerd. Well, Mark Anthony, he's not like this overly like macho guy.
No.
He can sing you to sleep. Mark Anthony has a beautiful voice.
He can sing to you while he's having sex with you.
Please don't like, shut up.
Oh my Lord. No. I think we've covered everything, right?
Did we? Wait. Okay, we asked about the music. We asked about did we get to all of the questions that people had? But see, I mean, I'm not saying that I personally would with Mark Anthony, but I can see it. I can definitely see it.
Okay, I can see it too somewhat. And Rosie's saying, well, Rosie, we just had this discussion a few days ago, a hot surfer guy, because I was telling Rosie the other day, I was like, I've got this thing for surfer guys. You know, I just have this thing. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. I do. I don't know.
I can see it with Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, he's got that surfer type.
But
Matthew McConaughey.
Or I need to know your personality, because to me that adds to the attraction.
I agree.
Yeah, you can look good, but then
No, I agree with you absolutely, and it's sex appeal as well. It's sex appeal because someone could be hot, look incredible, but they don't have the sex appeal, and that's I agree with you. It's not just the looks; it's the whole vibe. It's the whole how they move, how they talk, how they flirt. It's the whole thing. The whole
I just got a
vibe.
question. I see that RN is asking about JLo and Diddy, but then I thought to myself, I want to know what Jennifer Lopez is thinking about in regards to this whole Diddy situation. She's probably like, please keep me out of it. Please keep me out of it.
She probably does, but listen, how I was thinking about this today, and I was thinking, okay, Diddy does what he has to do, which is like he's gonna threaten all these people, don't talk to the feds, don't talk to anyone, don't go out to the press and say anything because I've got dirt on you. We all know that he was recording, that we all know we did this reading together. We know that he has things on people. I mean, he's cornered right now, so that's what he's going to do. I don't feel JLo is sweating right now.
Mm.
Like she's not really worried because she's not the only one on the list. He has like a whole
Oh
bunch
wow.
of names. So
So you're
I
saying
would
something on JLo?
probably, yeah, he's got something on everyone. Anyone who's walked through those doors in his house, any of his homes, who's been in
Any of the
any of his
parties?
parties, Epstein style. It really reminds me
Being in
of.
the house, you're not gonna be recording me.
But you never know. Like he could have cameras everywhere, even the bathroom. Who knows? I feel. Remember, I was seeing like all that. I'm just telling you, there's so much that's going to come out, and when the lid is finally open, like it's out and everything comes out, I really don't feel that everything's going to come out. A lot of it is going to come out, but not everything. A lot of stuff is going to be kept secret, confidential. But once the lid is out and everything is out in the open, you guys just be prepared for what we're gonna. And
Oh.
it's not just rappers, singers, actors.
Week alone with the eclipse, we were just talking about this via text in regards to all the people that passed away this week, the earthquake, and then I'm sure you probably saw the news overnight in regards to Israel and Iran.
I predicted it. I did say
Oh,
that the eclipse is going to bring. I did say nuclear tensions with Iran,
mm,
and I was feeling it, and I was going to mention this today, but it happened already.
mm,
I felt that this weekend that Iran was going to send out all these what are they called, what are they called, the drones, and was going to start this attack this weekend. I
mm,
had predicted this, and I knew this was going to happen around the eclipse. It's just eclipse energy. Don't forget that the whole Israel Palestine thing started with the last eclipse in
yeah,
October.
yeah.
So now it's escalating, and Iran is going to come in and they're going to use a nuclear cod. So please do
Mm,
not worry. Just I just want to comfort everyone and say I do not see a nuclear war happening. I do not predict that. All
mm.
right, but you will hear that a lot from now on. There's going to be because Putin is going to get in the game. He's going to enter the game, the
Is
chat.
he with us? Oh,
He's well. That's what they say. Or whoever Putin is right
mhm,
now. So but don't worry, we're not going to go to a nuclear situation, but there's going to be a lot of tension and a lot of threats
mm.
going about. And we're going to be hearing that.
See,
Again, mainstream media are going to
see,
scaremonger people.
a good point. Plus, the eclipse happened in the sign of Aries, the sign of war.
Yeah, ruled by Mars, of course, the
Mm,
sign of war. Ruled by Mars. So it's just don't worry, you guys. It's going to get bad right now. It is going to get bad in the Middle East. This is going to escalate. America is going to get involved, whether you like it or not. Biden has no option right now. He
mm,
has to do something.
mm,
The Chinese are going to get involved. They are somewhat involved anyways via Russia. They
mm.
are funding Russia backstage or behind the scenes. So a lot of things happening right now. Do not panic. We're all safe. Very unfortunate, very sad for the Middle East.
Yeah.
Um, but see it see it this way. I see it this way. I see that this has to happen because all the gunk, all the crap has to come up in the surface,
Mm,
which is all this darkness and everything that's been happening, especially in that area for decades now,
yeah.
for us to be able to see the gunk, the crap, and clean it.
Mm.
and take it away. So this is what's happening. This is what the universe is. This is how the universe works. So
Yeah.
yeah, crazy times. And by the way, we've had earthquakes, and we've been having. It's very seismic right now in
Mm.
Greece. We've been having like back-to-back earthquakes every day, 2 or 3 of them.
Oh.
Yeah, and that's another prediction that that's something else that I've been feeling, that there's a big earthquake coming in the area, Greece, Turkey, Greece area. So we'll see. We'll
Okay.
see a lot of things happening right
So, a lot of people are asking about the JLo and the Diddy. So, if
now.
we can pull the cards finally, just to say what is going on in regards to the Diddy and the JLo of it all.
So from now on, you mean like
Well, no, in the past, 'cause I think a lot of people want to know, was she holding the
oh
pow
okay.
pow pow?
Yeah, okay.
We talked a little bit about this because we did do a collab in regards to Diddy just a week ago. So, if you guys
Mhm.
missed that, we do talk about it in there as well.
All right. I feel that Diddy, just by shuffling, and I just connected to both of them. What I was getting, and I'll pull the cards in a second, was that JLo was very passive when she was with Diddy. Her energy was very different,
Mm,
very much lower energy and more passive. Whenever she was around him, not when she was in that relationship, but whenever he was around or he was in her presence.
mm.
So, wait. Ouch. Queen of Wands. Well, remind me, Cam, how long were they together? I
Oh my
don't
God,
remember.
I don't even remember. I don't feel like it was that long.
That's what I
Mm.
feel like. Was it a few months or was it like a year of chat?
I definitely think maybe it was at least a year. Maybe if I can go back.
You know why I'm asking? Because how what I'm feeling, because I'm asking regarding the relationship from JLo's perspective. I don't care for Diddy.
Mhm,
10 of Swords, like fearing for her life.
mm,
Fear. I get fear. Fear. 3 of Wands, trying to escape, trying to get away from this, not knowing how.
mm.
Queen of Wands, that's her. That's her card, Queen of Wands. What is 2 years? Everyone's
2
saying 2
years.
years.
I just looked it up. Lopez and Diddy split in 2001 after 2 years together.
Interesting. Oh, wow. She knows some of his secrets. So, to recap, afraid for her life, feeling threatened or feeling unsafe in this relationship. All right. Trying to find a way to escape. I don't feel that he even allowed her to travel. And I don't mean for work, I mean to travel just to go on holiday. This is
Mhm.
like he had to be with her, or someone from his team or from his crew had to be with her at all times.
Sidebar, literally, this is what Cassie said about her relationship with him in the court docs.
Oh, she did? I didn't
And their
remember that.
relationship was before Cassie, so I'm sure that only got worse as he got more power and money.
Whoa. Interesting. Because she wanted out for sure. Like she wanted out. She realized pretty early on Diddy's intentions. And with this 7 of Swords, uh, yeah, Diddy might feel threatened by JLo right now because she does know some of his secrets. She
Mhm,
knows some stuff.
mm,
She does. 2 of Swords, but she's very indecisive. It feels to me she's very indecisive regarding how she can handle this.
mm,
She's still afraid, but not in the sense that not afraid that for her life like she did back then, but more so afraid about her reputation, her brand,
mm.
how people are going to perceive it. That
Because
she's not afraid of him though.
like you said in this reading already, she's very, very cognizant of how she's perceived by the public.
Yes, absolutely. So again, no cups here, but I pulled the Ace of Cups. This was a transactional relationship.
Mm.
Ace of Cups. He paid her. She received money from Diddy allegedly for entertainment purposes only for the time that she was with him.
Oh.
So
A question, was this relationship, or in order her relationship with him was to kind of give her some sort of like street cred? Because I'm looking at pictures
No.
of her and the way she was dressed. Because a lot of people, that's one of the other things people have accused her of during this
Mm,
whole cancellation of, you know, the downfall of JLo, is that she's not really Jenny from the block. Yes, she's from the Bronx,
yeah.
but she grew up in a very middle class family. So
Yeah.
was this relationship with Diddy more of a relationship to sort of give her that street cred, a little bit more relatable?
I would say it's the opposite. I feel that
Oh.
Diddy, yeah, it feels to me that Diddy used her. She was famous. She wasn't that famous. She
Mhm.
wasn't this caliber right now that she is now, but she was famous. It was more so, I feel this was more so for his image
Hmm.
and more so for marketing purposes.
Hmm.
Like it feels like, I'm gonna get, because she was acting. I remember she was acting. Definitely, she was in a couple of movies,
Mhm.
Wedding Planner and something else. Definitely, by the time she was with Diddy, she had done a few movies. Um, it feels to me that he was using her. It wasn't he didn't. It wasn't to help boost her career or anything like that. It was more so for him to be more appealing to a
Women.
wider or different kind of audience.
Look to
And
women.
also, here's something else that I just heard from Spirit. I don't know, but I heard that he was also aspiring to do acting or back at the time, or produce movies or be part or be in the film industry.
Hmm.
Can you confirm or deny?
I mean, I don't recall. I mean, I can't recall. Like, I can't
That's
recall.
what I heard. I don't know.
Look,
I
never.
don't
I
know.
mean, it didn't really work because we never really saw Diddy expand in regards to his acting. I'm sure he did like things here and there, but okay. I mean, so it was a transactional relationship, basically.
It was. It doesn't. It's business to me. It's business because I got Ace of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. It started with money. Ace, the number one,
Mm,
10, last number, ended with money. So it was a business. It was transactional
mm,
business deal, basically.
mm.
So yeah,
Okay.
but for her, it wasn't. It was just she knows stuff though. She was around to see stuff, to see things.
Wow. Oof. Oof. So, okay, final question. Just because we
Okay.
like to end with like a positive note.
Mhm.
And you did sort of allude to like, yes, it seems like the world is canceling JLo, but it's not. JLo is fine. Is there
Mhm.
any good news just in case? Because JLo likes this stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if JLo Googles herself on YouTube to look at tarot readings. If she was watching you right now and asking you for advice or what can she expect or look out for in the future besides a divorce from Bennifer, which breaks my heart. Um, but if she was one of your clients, what would your advice based off the cards in regards to her future be?
There you go. I love how we ended. We always end it this way. I love it.
Positive. I actually really do like
Absolutely.
JLo though. I know people. I mean, I don't know her, but you know what I mean. Like, based on what I've seen of her, I'm like, okay, I can appreciate people that work hard
I
and
agree
still
with you. Yeah.
locals. Oh, I'm joking, JLo. I'm playing.
The shade. Okay, let's see. Okay. But I have to say she's a good mom. This is what I'm picking up for sure.
Aw,
Like she's a protective mom, you know?
lion.
Yeah, a lioness. Absolutely. Oh.
Oh no, come on.
Okay, wait. Wait. I'm gonna
What you said? Oh, I was like, wait,
well, okay.
get
Okay.
out of
Wait,
here.
wait, 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 wait. I'll keep it positive. Hold on.
No, I want to
Okay.
know what the O is about.
So if JLo was there, like let's say you're JLo, right? I would say
Oh, wait,
here's
hold on. Let's pretend I'm JLo.
okay.
Hold on. Hey,
Hey Jenny.
you can call me Jen.
Okay, Jen. Okay, listen to me, Jen. So here's my advice moving forward for you. Change the way you communicate. And what I mean, and I mean this in your relationships, I mean this how you communicate with your fans and to your fans and to the people that you work with. Knight of Swords, this is about being more self-aware. Being self-aware also about how you say things, the delivery of things, and learning how to not take things. So I feel I feel that you're very, like, very, what's the word I'm looking for? Not spontaneous, but very impulsive. You're very impulsive. So moving forward, learn to control those impulses, learn how to communicate a little bit better with everyone, with people, especially people that you work with, because there is a lot of people who are disgruntled, Jen, and there might be that people will come out and say things about you that you're not going to like, and that's going to upset you. So be more mindful regarding how you communicate and how you treat people, especially when you're under stress and when you're working. And of course, I see with your kids, I see your kids here. I keep telling you, I think she's a great mom. I feel that she does everything for her children. So and protect your kids at all costs, because now that they're going to be a little bit older and they're going to be on social media, there's a lot of stuff that they might hear or see about you. So that's why it's a good time now to be more mindful regarding next steps and next projects. How was that for you, Jen?
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming to me for reading.
Now show me the money. Pay for this. Is not free, Jen.
That's my bank account. There you go. No, well, listen, it's not going to be an easy or smooth ride this year for her. The bottom line is she should focus, really, to be honest, she should focus on her family and her kids. Right now, she shouldn't, like, let things sort of, like, let the dust settle, let things kind of like die down. Keep low, Jen. Focus on your kids.
JLo, keep low.
Oh yeah, JLo, LOW. And reevaluate who. Why am I still talking to Jen? She should reevaluate who she works with and how she communicates and what she says to people, and things will be okay, but she really needs to take a little bit of a step back now, because we're all a little bit overloaded and overwhelmed by JLo stuff, and let things just take their own course. If she does that, she'll be just fine. But if she continues to want to be in the limelight and wanting to get this attention, this is going to flip on her, and it doesn't look good.
She can't help her Leo tendencies.
That's what I'm afraid of. That's what I'm saying. She should focus on her kids right now and her family and Benny. Because yeah, she keeps you know what's funny? She keeps getting the Chariot card. So to me, again, I told you she's controlling. She has a control thing. But I also feel that she keeps taking. She's the type of person that the universe, we all come into different crossroads in our lives, and we have to make decisions, and that really determines the type of the life path that we're on, or the life path that we're taking. It seems to me that she keeps taking the wrong life path. She keeps ending up on the wrong path. She needs a spiritual advisor. I don't know if she has one. If she has one, she maybe needs a new one, but she needs a spiritual advisor, because spiritually speaking, yeah. Hi, Jen. Jen, my details are down below if you need to talk.
And if you hear she's fired her spiritual advisor, you know she was watching.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Ooh, that'd be interesting.
I believe she does have a spiritual advisor. She's very into stuff like this, which also makes me like her a lot too. So I wouldn't be surprised that she has a spiritual advisor.
Because it feels spiritually, she's a little bit lost. She's sort of like, again, she's not, because the Chariot keeps coming up. So it seems to me she keeps taking the wrong path. So if she has a spiritual advisor that she sees regularly, maybe she doesn't see them regularly, but if she should see someone regularly, because she needs a little bit of guidance and direction, spiritually speaking, and she'll be fine. She just, but I feel she's stubborn. Like, once she comes up with an idea, or she wants to do something, she won't listen to anyone. She'll go for it. This
like
is what
this
I
project.
feel.
You see it in the
Like
documentary.
Like a documentary,
I'm doing it.
exactly.
I'm gonna make this happen, and then womp womp womp.
Womp, womp, womp. Age of Aquarius. I'm gonna be singing this now.
Mm,
Limelight season
right.
5, everyday regular people. Yep, 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 yep. And I've said this and I'll keep saying this. Um, you know, beauty, fashion, music influence, all types of influencers are out. Spiritual influencers are in during the
Mm.
age of Aquarius.
Aaron says, JLo, if you want to do something, do the opposite.
I think that's the best. You summed it up perfectly, Aaron. Exactly.
Do the opposite.
Perfect. Right. I think that's the perfect time to round this up, to wrap this up. This was
2 hours.
so great. 2 hours, Camp. 2 hours. But it felt much lighter than the Diddy one.
Oh yeah, that's
The
one
Diddy
good
one.
thing, JLo. You got lighter energy than your ex.
Exactly.
So does Ben. Even Ben has lighter energy than Diddy.
Oh, Ben has complete light energy compared to all of them. He's just like, I just want my Bud Light, whatever my just want to watch like my football. Leave me alone. I'm gonna call Matt. Just hang
Not
out.
on that.
And he's like, whatever.
Sidebar: Does Matt like JLo?
Matt?
Man,
Mm, Matt. I don't know his sign, but I feel he's a water sign. Can someone tell me?
I'll look it up.
Or validate this was I would say yes or no. I think he's sort of like very neutral regarding.
Is he an Aries? Let me just double check because I don't believe this website. I think
Some can be wrong. Some
no,
websites get.
this particular one was wrong before, so I want to check another one.
I
It's
just want to
fake.
give a shout out to James because he's been through a very tough period. Lots of love to you, James. Lots of love to you, my darling. He's been having a tough time. What did he say? Is he? What is he?
Libra. Let me just double check.
Libra.
Matt Damon. When was he born?
Oh, Orchid
October
says
8th. He's Libra. October 8th.
okay. So he's very diplomatic, very tactful. Yeah, that's what I feel. Like he's neutral. Like he doesn't love her. He doesn't hate her. He's sort of like, he's diplomatic around her. I don't feel like he wants to hang out with her all the time, but it's not like he hates her or anything like that. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm getting. So Aaron is saying throw the cards. No, we don't need to throw the cards about Matt Damon and JLo. It's not that important. But I like Matt. Matt seems to be a solid guy. He's been married for a long time. He's a family man.
He has a rising. His rising is Aquarius. That's why you like him.
Well, I can't help it.
That's why you would be attracted to his energy. Like, oh, I like him because he reminds you of other Aquariuses and what you like in yourself. So that's probably why.
The thing is, I like Aquarius women more than Aquarius men, usually.
Your husband's an Aquarius, man.
Maybe that's why. I'm joking, everyone. Stop it.
I like her husband. Just saying.
Yeah, he loves you too. I mean,
And I know a lot of Aquarius men.
Yeah, that's why I said your next relationship should be Aquarius. I've been
Oh,
saying
here
this for a
you
while.
go. I mean, I haven't met any a lot of Aquarius men, to be honest with you. I
Yeah.
don't attract them for some reason.
Yet.
Yeah. Oh Lord.
Yet. All gonna happen when it's meant to happen. That's
I
for
guess.
sure.
I guess we'll have to see. I've never dated an Aquarius person ever.
I'll be
I
interested.
dated another air sign, but and I get along very well with like Libras and stuff like that. But I've never dated an air sign. I mean, an Aquarius.
Well, James, who I just shouted out, he's an Aqua and he was married to a Taurus, so we should ask him.
Oh, but you said was.
Yeah. Yeah. There was an unfortunate passing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's why I said he's been having a hard time.
Okay.
Poor Jim. But anyways, yeah, no, but they were married for a very, very long time.
Oh.
So yeah.
Well, I might have to give it a try.
There you go. So if there are any aqua, single, aqua,
Oh,
gorgeous.
here we go. Moving on. Thanks everyone for being here. Bye.
Don't reach out to Kemp. Reach out to me. I'll do the filtering, and then I will put you in touch
Ooh,
with
James
Kemp.
says
All right.
it was fiery but great.
It was fiery. Yeah, there was bickering. Sorry, James. So sorry. Okay, I'm not going to say anything. No, but it was great. They were married for a very long time, so you can see that because loyal Aquariuses and Tauruses are very loyal. They're loyal to their friends and loyal to their partners, and they do give 100% of themselves in their relationship. And they're not one to like just leave a relationship just because there's a bump. So in that respect, Tauruses and Aquariuses, because they're fixed signs, very similar energy.
Oh.
But Aquas have their quirks, Tauruses have their quirks. So it's about working through those quirks. That's all. But Tauruses, if you are able to help an Aquarius man, help him communicate better or open up more about their emotions, then I feel that relationship can work really well, because that's the issue with Aquas.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah. Everyone's like, try it, Kempire. Do it. Okay, we'll find him one. We'll all work together to get you an aqua.
How does this become about me? Goodbye, y'all. Thank you all for being here. Did you like the video?
Well, thank you, Kempire, for joining us for this amazing reading. I feel this was a great reading. We got a lot of information, and I think a lot of questions were answered. This was amazing. We'll see how things are going to unfold for JLo, for Diddy, for Ben, for everyone involved in this. Don't forget to like and subscribe this video. Don't forget to head on over to Kempire if you're not already subscribed. What's wrong with you? I mean, don't you know who Kempire is? Head on over to Kempire and subscribe to him. Everything will be linked down below, or is linked down below. And again, a reminder, if you want to book a private reading with me, then you can head on over to my website, which is here and down the description box. I'm also offering past life readings. These are amazing for limited time only. Yeah, those are incredible. Why are they incredible? Why do you need a past life reading? I'll tell you very quickly why. Because the past life that comes through during this reading is one that is very much connected, whether it's karmically connected or connected to your current existing life right now. A lot of times, ask people, some people in the chat have already gotten past life readings with me. Names, people, places come up from past lives that are connected to your life.
How come I've never gotten a past life reading?
No, let's do yours. Let's do yours.
Not here. No.
Not now. Let's set it up. I mean, privately. Let's set it up privately.
Oh, that sounds so fascinating.
Yeah, and you see people, like I start reading, it's like a story. So it comes up to me like a story. Like I see snippets, I see images, I hear things, and I start describing. I get into the storytelling mode. I can't help it. It's the reading, and I start sort of describing things and sharing things, and you can see from people, from their face, like they're like that it makes sense to them, that it really resonates with them, things that are connected to past lives. So you understand also karma in a sense. You also understand your current life lessons that maybe have been unfinished, or things that are being unfinished from a past life. Yeah. So everything comes together. I love doing them because I can see how people connect to it.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, those are really good. Anyone who's had it, anyone who's had it have really enjoyed them. And then yeah, Anna did so as well. It's very enlightening. It's very enlightening.
Wow.
Yeah, I love those, but I'm gonna do them for a limited time only. I'll stop over summer. Anyways, I'm taking a summer break as always, and then I might resume those in fall. So sign up before I stop offering this service, you guys. Anyways, Thank you, Ken, for joining us. Lots of love to everyone for being here today. Have a beautiful Sunday. Have a beautiful week ahead. And I'll be seeing you next week. Take care, everyone. Bye.
Bye.